topic is it? Um, I am going with Jeff Beck and the hot chick. Forgot her name, but she was quite easy on the eyes. I enjoyed that song very much. The first song, Crosby, Stills and Nash, I didn't even recognize it until it was about time to hit the chorus. And was never a big fan of that song. I don't think I knew it was Crosby, Stills and Nash. And listen, first of all, apparently there's a theme going on here, right? With I knew that David Crosby died about a month ago, and then when I was watching the Beck video, I started thinking, is this guy still alive? So I Googled it, and Jesus, they died 8 days apart this year, January 10th and 18th, I believe. So obviously that has to be that's definitely not a coincidence, right? That's some kind of theme going here. But anyways, Crosby, Stills and Nash, they were good. Don't get me wrong, but that's what it sounded like. It sounded like some 75-year-old dudes were singing that song, and I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I didn't like it as much as the original, and I wasn't a big fan of the original. But as always, I enjoy watching guys play. I just have a greater appreciation for things when I actually see them singing or playing their instruments, which brings me back to the Jeff Beck song. That was really well done. And I also know that positive that in the mid 80s he did that song with Rod Stewart, because I remember the big thing, like world premiere video of the Jeff Beck and Rod Stewart song, and I actually enjoyed that one also. So also I saw Jeff Beck was the lead singer or a part of the Yardbirds when I Googled his death. I've heard of the Yardbirds, but I don't know what they sing. Wow, going back to that girl, man. Fuck. Fucking sexy. Great movements, good voice, just a very solid presence. I enjoyed that. What else? So, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, right? So David Crosby just died. Is it Graham Nash? And who is Stills? I don't know his first name. But, man, they got fucking old. I went back and watched a little bit of the Southern Cross video after that just to see how old they got. Holy Christ, man. But good for them. They were still rocking it out recently. So, I was a big Southern Cross fan. I love that song. I think it was like in 1982. I enjoyed that video. Very calming song and relaxing video. I'm kind of babbling here because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't have a lot of knowledge of Crosby, Stills, and Nash. And wasn't there another one? Wasn't there someone that used to be there that dropped out? I forgot who that was, but I think it was somebody quite popular. What else about the Beck song? And I also think that song, People Get Ready, I think the originators of that song is probably from the 60s, right? Because I've heard a lot, whether I'm working at Hannaford or in another grocery store, I hear that song, and it's definitely not him. It sounds like a black man from the 60s singing it. So, don't know if I'll do the research on that, but maybe, Jim, you know who originated that song. Anything else? I guess that's it for the songs. Pretty good fiction. Definitely enjoyed the Jeff Beck one more, but I also liked seeing how, I thought it was interesting seeing how old those guys had gotten and still doing their thing. Super Bowl weekend. Um, same old in Rome. Going to Wellesley Road to watch the game, which I wish I wasn't. I say that every year. I wish I just stay the fuck home. But I think Mom and Dad would be very upset if I didn't go. And I'm not going to take that chance. Plus, Dad would be texting me the whole fucking time anyways. Talking about that person, somebody else. And so I was talking to Dad last night, and I mean, I would never have the heart to tell him, but whenever there's an event, and I guess it's usually Super Bowl, maybe sometimes Final Four, March Madness. The baby. He'll have the sheet, he'll go to the casino, and he'll go by the sports book, and he'll grab that sheet for me with all the bets on it. I tried telling him that I have all that stuff on my phone now with betting apps. I guess he just doesn't understand, or doesn't care, or just doesn't remember. But he's like, "Yeah, I got that sheet for you if you want to come by and look at it or pick it up." And he goes, I think Mom wants to do a bet too, because Mom did mention something to me last week when I was there. Like, I might put a bet in on something, make it more exciting. I'm like, all right. Whether I was going to go to the casino for her so she could have a ticket in hand, or I would just put it on my FanDuel. So she did say that. So Dad was talking about me last night. All of a sudden he goes, wait, hold on. What? He's talking to Mom. Oh. Well, okay. I guess she doesn't want to do a bet now. Jesus Christ. What happened? Change your mind? Never mind, Mom. So that was that semi-entertaining and even more kind of awkward moment. So it's so great, or maybe not great, it's so astonishing that nothing ever evolves. Nothing ever changes in that exchange, or that, like, again, not to go back to the saying what to Dad, how that never changed. Although it seems like it did change with Don, because Don yelled back at Dad. I guess you're gonna have to have that uncomfortable moment to have some change. Anyway, I think it's going to be a great game. I really do. I think it's going to be amazing. I've liked Kansas City for the first week, and now I'm changing, and I think I like the Eagles. I think I like the Eagles to win this game. I think they're healthier. I think they're deeper. I think they're more well-rounded, different positions. That being said, I'm still rooting for Kansas City. I did put one bet in the other day. Actually, I put it in the day after the Lions came out. I bet $2 on predicting the final score, and if I win, I'll win $1,000. I picked Kansas City 41, Philadelphia 34. So that's my biggest reward bet. I got some other things going. I'll tell you what, when I used to bet with Scatia, I'd write down all the things, and holy fuck, there were so many. There are so many fucking bets that it's absolutely overwhelming. So it's hard. You gotta be careful. I feel like if you're a bettor and you like to have action, there's so much to fucking bet on. Like it's like a Christmas morning to a bettor, the Super Bowl. So I guess Josh, Alex are coming over. I'm guessing Malaya will be there. Jacob will be there. Interested to see what happens this year at halftime, because the past 2 years, see, we had Snoop Dogg with Dr. Dre, Eminem, and all those guys last year, and the year before that was The Weeknd. And I think, Jim, you're kind of in the same boat now with this, which I don't understand why. Maybe you can explain it, or maybe I'm wrong. But some people now, if they don't like the halftime performer, just get up and they leave the room not to watch it. They make it a point just to not watch it. But what are you doing in those 15 to 20 minutes? I want to know that. Dad went in 2 years ago and washed dishes. And last year, he just disappeared into the blue room, the old room, whatever the fuck you call it. And just, I don't know what he was doing. Maybe on his phone, but it's almost like a protest. Like, I'm not watching music that I don't like. I mean, whatever. I know there's been a few, but it's been since day one, whenever they started doing halftime shows, people didn't like it, but they still sat through it and just to see. So what is that like? Because Jim, I know Jim, you said last year you weren't going to watch it, but what is the thinking process? And like, I hate it so much that I'm not going to watch it. But maybe isn't the performance also part of it? Like, even though we don't like the music, like, it could be a good performance. But anyway, I'm bad one. This year is Rihanna. Jim, you probably have no idea who that is, but I'll just give you a quick little preview. She's fucking hot as shit. She has a great voice. She sings R&B. It's like, I'm sure it's not your, but give it a try. That's all I'm saying. Give it a try. And Jay, watch the game. Like, unless it's like, again, like, who the fuck am I? But is it a thing like, we're not going to watch Super Bowl because are you going to go somewhere? Like, I don't understand, I guess, people just going out of the way to not participate in something that's not going to fucking church. You're not going to a fucking Klan rally. It's football. Jay, you know the game. You know the game better, just as good as anybody. I don't understand. Not trying to cause any tension or grief. I'd like to be educated on why people make it a point to not do it. I'm not going to sit here and watch halftime, and I am not going to make that sure. I'm going to make sure that's not on my TV. We're going to go fucking red pin bowling. All right, I'm in. That's it. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Enjoy the game if you watch it. And my new prediction is Philly 30. I'm going to say 34. Still 34. And Kansas City 24. I got 4-4 on my board too. Super Bowl scoreboard. First time I've ever done one. Because I think that's stupid. I think the square is stupid because there's no thinking. It's just like a fucking lottery. But I did it this year at work. I got 4-4, and I got 9 and 9 and something. 9 and 2. Shit numbers. All right, guys. We'll see you later.